In this video, we'll uncover the real stories behind the AI takeover, including how major companies like Amazon, Walmart, and Delta are using or misusing AI. We'll show you what happens when bots deny refunds, how your chat data is being reused, and when AI fails in the moments that matter most. Welcome back to Razvi Daily, where we break down the biggest shifts in tech, society, and what's trending worldwide. Imagine calling customer support in tears after a missed flight or a faulty product, only to be greeted by a tone-deaf robot. It's a modern nightmare. Surveys confirm the frustration is real. In the UK, 78% of people report frustration with poor service, and about two-thirds say chatbots or automated systems have failed them. Across the US, Walmart to Amazon, companies have rushed AI into support, but the results have sometimes sparked anger and even lawsuits. Notable case studies and customer backlash. Air Canada. A customer's grandmother died. The airline's chatbot promised a special bereavement refund if he applied within 90 days. In reality, no such policy existed. The customer bought expensive tickets and later learned the refund information was false. A Canadian tribunal ordered Air Canada to pay compensation. The airline even tried to blame the AI agent, calling it a separate legal entity. But the court replied bluntly, "It should be obvious, Air Canada is responsible for all the information on its website. There is no reason why one section of the webpage is more trustworthy than another." Amazon. Online shoppers accuse Amazon of disappearing refunds. Normally, Amazon issues instant refunds when returns are initiated, but customers allege these refunds are later reversed without explanation. In 2023, a class action suit claimed Amazon reversed some of the instant refunds even though items were properly returned. One judge refused to toss out the case, noting plaintiffs plausibly allege Amazon stole money directly from their bank accounts. Separately, Amazon quietly began issuing retroactive refunds on a handful of years-old returns, some from as far back as 2018, after an internal review found payments went missing. These moves underscore how automated refund systems can go awry and even force a $1.1 billion charge to clean up errors. Walmart, USA. The retail giant rolled out an AI shopping assistant called Sparky. In a tech column, Walmart's own strategy team admitted the risks. Sparky will just make up stuff that might not be true, so every answer carries a disclaimer that it may make mistakes. In other words, even Walmart warns customers to double-check Sparky's advice. The irony is clear. A bot designed to ease shopping could just as easily steer buyers wrong. Zoom. Not a retailer, but a cautionary tale for data privacy. In 2023, Zoom quietly changed its user agreement to allow using meeting audio, video, and chat transcripts for AI training, prompting a privacy firestorm. Zoom was forced to clarify that it won't train on personal content without consent, but critics note its broad terms still allow massive data use. Zoom's contract treats service-generated data, like how you use features, as the company's own to use for machine learning. And even customer chats could be swept in for training and tuning models. This incident shows how chat data reuse can trigger consumer alarm. Experts warn that many companies' fine print technically lets them feed customer transcripts into AI, a legal gray zone under privacy laws. Likewise, OpenAI, maker of ChatGPT, has only recently given users an opt-out for training data. These examples raise serious privacy and consent questions about whose data actually powers these chatbots. Emotion, empathy, and oversight. Beyond broken policies and privacy, another common failure is the lack of empathy. Chatbots are notoriously bad at reading emotional cues. Frustrated or grieving customers want quick fixes and human reassurance, not repeated canned responses. Studies find angry or upset customers are significantly less satisfied when dealing with AI than humans. They want speed and clarity, not empty platitudes. In practice, this means a truly urgent issue, a delayed flight, a lost baggage, can feel even worse when answered by a scripted "I'm sorry" and a hold your breath loop. One consumer journalist even noted that enduring days of automated apologies for a mishandled train delay left her feeling real injustice and impotence. a raw emotional toll neither bots nor phone menus can handle properly. Given these risks, many systems are built as hybrid human-AI teams. In theory, low-level queries go to the bot, and tricky cases escalate to a human agent. In reality, though, the handoff doesn't always catch every problem. Analysts emphasize that companies must build guardrails and active monitoring into AI support. Gartner's Aviva Leighton warns, if businesses skip oversight, they will end up spending more on legal fees and fines than they earn from productivity gains. IDC researchers note that roughly 30% of generative AI responses can be flatly wrong, so-called hallucinations, meaning human review is essential. In short, firms deploying AI chatbots are urged to flag uncertain answers and have real staff verify them before customers get misinformation. Privacy and data reuse concerns. The reuse of customer conversations as AI training data is a flashpoint. Beyond Zoom and ChatGPT, any company collecting chat logs risks breaching user trust or privacy laws. If a chatbot asks for personal info, order numbers, phone numbers, to verify identity, those snippets could end up in an internal training set. GDPR and other data protection rules mean companies need explicit consent to use that information. Currently, most firms bury such clauses in terms of service. Users have little idea when their voice or text is recycled to improve the AI. The Zoom case showed the backlash. Customers were outraged to learn private meeting transcripts might train AI features. Even when firms pledge, "We won't use audio or video without consent," experts caution that broad definitions and policies can let corporations mine customer content as service data. As a result, privacy advocates argue any chatbot policy today sits in a gray zone, one that regulators are starting to scrutinize: regulatory and ethical landscape. These AI customer service debacles are highlighting ethical and legal gaps. In Europe, the upcoming EU AI Act, likely law by 2025, will force change. Under its risk-based rules, customer support chatbots are classed as limited risk, which means they must plainly disclose they are AI. For example, you are now chatting with an AI assistant. More consequentially, any AI bot giving advice that affects health, finance, or legal rights would be high risk, triggering strict requirements. Detailed documentation of how the bot works, high-quality training data, regular risk assessments, and mandatory human oversight of its outputs. In short, the EU will hold companies accountable for chatbots' behavior and demand transparency. In the U.S., there's no dedicated AI law yet, but regulators are clear that existing consumer protections still apply. FTC Chair Lina Khan has warned that there is no AI exemption from the laws on the books. The FTC has already targeted companies using AI in deceptive ways, like an AI lawyer service sued for false promises. In a 2025 policy blog, the FTC likewise stressed that AI tools must obey privacy and anti-discrimination statutes, just like any other technology. Meanwhile, President Biden's executive orders call for standards on AI safety and data security. And state laws, like those in California, are beginning to demand algorithmic transparency and data protection safeguards. Taken together, these efforts signal that misuse of chatbots can incur legal liability, just as Air Canada learned when the tribunal made the airline pay for its bots' lies. Conclusion: proceed with caution. AI promises 24/7 service at lower cost, but these real-world examples show it can cut both ways. Customers have already suffered denied refunds and misleading answers, problems so serious they triggered court rulings and class action suits. Privacy breaches and opaque policies are stoking distrust. Experts agree that for now, human oversight and clear ethical guardrails are non-negotiable. Until regulations fully catch up, companies must tread carefully. Use AI as an assistant, not a ghost operator, and ensure that every smart response can be checked by a real person. For consumers, knowing their rights, refund policies, data consent, escalation paths is now more important than ever. In an age of intelligent chatbots, vigilance and accountability remain our best safeguards. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We're covering the biggest shifts in tech, society, and what's trending worldwide every day. Got a story where AI failed you? Drop it in the comments. We're listening.